Welcome to What at Liberty, where Wanderlust meets Afro-Caribbean wellness. Today we're visiting my close personal friend, Jermaine Jonas, aka Bushbungalow Creations. Jermaine is a chef who has worked in kitchens from New York to Russia to Bali. He is a plant-based chef who specializes in innovative ways to highlight our authentic Caribbean cuisine. Let's dive into a feel-good conversation about music, food, and staying authentic to your roots. Jermaine, pleasure to see you as always. Thank you for having us at Bushbungalow Creations. Looking forward to seeing what you're going to cook up today. Let's see what's on the menu. Tell me what you're doing here.
So right now, I'm just on my last bit of the preparation. So I have an arugula salad today, and a friend of mine brought by these beautiful watermelon radishes. So I'm just doing a quick pickle on my watermelon radishes.
Okay.
Here I have just a little bit of fennel seeds and salt water, and I'm going to bring that to a boil. And then I'm going to pour that over my radishes for a nice quick pickle so I can add it to the salad. Yeah.
So Jermaine, we know you're very creative in the kitchen. How do you find the right balance between authenticity and innovation when it comes to creating vegan versions of our traditional Antiguan dishes?
Great. So my thought on that is that for me to really have a balance, I just try to really stay true to the ingredients and just try to present them in different ways. For example, in the Caribbean we eat fungi, but the Italians call it polenta.
Yes.
So, in the Caribbean, because we were colonized by so many different people, we're actually a mixture of all these cuisines. So I don't think, our cuisine is not that out of step with international cuisine. So it's really not that hard.
Okay, great. And you mentioned ingredients. What are some ingredients that feel like home to you that you like to use when you're cooking for friends and family?
If it was a fruit, I would definitely say mangoes.
Yeah.
I love jackfruit. I love breadfruit. All of that stuff is really interesting to me. And just the way that you can actually, prepare the dishes. There's so many ways that you can prepare them. So.
Awesome. And then when it comes to criticism, we have a lot of people that say, oh, plant-based food isn't filling or it doesn't taste good. How do you counteract that criticism?
Come to Bushbungalow.
It's as simple as that.
It's as simple as that. Come to Bushbungalow. No, I mean, I just feel like during the process, it's so mindful, it's so thoughtful, and so much love really goes into the food that you just cannot enjoy it.
Okay, love it.
Cannot not enjoy it.
I got what you meant.
Yeah.
I know you've worked all over the world, India, Bali, Russia, all over North America. How have your travels influenced your style of preparation?
That's a very good question. I think, traveling is the thing that really took my cuisine to a really another level, because you have all of these great styles of preparation. For example, when I was in India, I worked with some master chefs in India, and they taught me, they're like, listen, if you want to make sure that your dishes have lots of depth to it, then you need to have that fat and that heat added to your dry spices in the beginning. In comparison to here in the Caribbean, where we will add our dry spices while we're cooking our meals,
Right.
They do the reverse. So in the beginning, before they put anything else into the pot, they have the oils, the ghee or the butter, whatever it is, and then add that heat. So that heat and fat actually extract all of the flavors and really gives you really, really deep flavors in your dishes.
Nice.
So that's just one example of how my travels have influenced my cuisine. Obviously being exposed to not only different ingredients, but also different ways of preparing the ingredients as well. Again, in Southeast Asia, they eat a lot of jackfruit there, jackfruit curry, barbecued, whatever. And, in comparison to here and the people in the Caribbean, where maybe they might not have known that you can prepare jackfruit in that way.
Yeah, for sure. Awesome. I know you spent quite a lot of time in Bali over the last few years, and you really said that you enjoyed the time there. Do you feel like that's a place that you connected with culturally, or have there been other places that you've traveled to that you felt a very strong cultural and ethical alignment to when it comes to your work?
Well, what I would say about Bali, and more specifically Indonesia, Indonesia is 7 degrees north of the equator. and Antigua and Barbuda is I'm sorry, Indonesia is 7 degrees south of the equator, and Antigua and Barbuda is 7 degrees north of the equator. So we are exactly in the same spaces in
That's
terms
so
of
interesting. I didn't know that.
in terms of climate, and also the people there. It's still an island, so you get that type of island feel and island warmth from the people there. So I think it's for me, it's Indonesia is the place that most resonates with me throughout of all my travels, and it's a place that actually feels like home.
Okay, so safe to say that you will be back?
Yes, correct.
That's cool. Now, I know you mentioned like getting flavor into the foods. A lot of the ways you do that is like you mentioned toasting the nuts and seeds before you cook with them, cooking the dry seasonings in oils. What are some ways that we can incorporate more healthful or healthy practices into our everyday preparations?
Again, I think a lot of people have this misconception that healthy food is cost prohibitive and also very difficult to make. When I started making plant-based food, what I did is that I took traditional Antiguan recipes and I just eliminated the dairy and the meat out of the recipes. So for example, if you like pepper pot, you can just make your pepper pot without meat in it.
Yeah, pepper pot is still one of my favorite dishes.
If you want fungi, you can have the fungi, without the saltfish, or you can have the fungi with the ackee. So it doesn't have to be something that's too, like just out of a different world or beyond your realm.
Right.
These are nice.
And then for those of us who are trying to consume less processed foods, what are some of the ways that we can manageably start cutting down on the amount of processed foods that we're taking in?
Perfect. I would say definitely try to have a few days in the week where you're not having any meat.
Okay.
And also, growing up in Antigua as a child, in the 80s, we really didn't eat that much processed food. Everyone went to the market or they went to the butcher, and you would only go to the supermarket on special occasions. So what I would say to people, if you want to avoid the processed foods, spend more time in the market and less time in the supermarket.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love that. All right, so I noticed you pulled out something delicious looking from the fridge. What do we have here?
Oh, so we're just making our, this is our lemongrass, lemon juice and ginger drink. And just adding a little bit of brown sugar, not too much. I know in Antigua we love lots of sugar in our juices.
Yes.
But I am not a fan of that. So our juices are always lightly sweetened and made with all natural ingredients.
Okay. And then what are some alternative sweeteners? So if we were trying to cut down on the sugars, what are some other sweeteners that we can try to incorporate into our juices?
Well, I really love to use date paste.
Date paste?
Yes.
Okay.
I really like using date paste or stevia or even sometimes a little bit of agave. But I know those items can be a little bit cost prohibitive.
Okay.
So I would definitely recommend the brown sugar, just not too much.
Okay, so brown sugar is still okay, but just
not too
be
much.
mindful of the portions that we're consuming.
Correct.
Okay, got it. Now, I know you're a big music lover. You and I have gone to a lot of concerts over the years.
Yes.
In a typical commercial kitchen, we wouldn't have music playing. But in the Bushbungalow kitchen, what's on your playlist these days?
Right now, what am I listening to? I think the usual suspects, a lot of Protege, Chronics, Kabaka Pyramid. There's an artist that I really like, Ayotash, who just brought a new album out the other day, who I think is an incredible artist. Samorai,
Yes.
as well as another incredible artist that I love. But, it just, for me, it's just whatever the mood is, you could be listening to Doche one minute or Bob Marley 1 minute,
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, if there was a soundtrack, one single track for the Bushbungalow kitchen, what would that be?
Road to Zion.
Yeah?
Yes.
Nice.
That was my inspiration for the Bushbungalow, because when I heard, Ragamuffin sent to call me from the Bushbungalow, and I thought about it, I was like, I think that the Bushbungalow is somewhere that has it's eco-luxury.
Right.
So that's where the name comes from. That's one song that really inspires me.
Okay, nice. And
Yeah.
what's the last concert that you've been to?
That's a very good question. I think my last concert might have been Protege in Los
Oh,
Angeles.
when we went. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Big up Protege and Indignation.
Yes.
Oh no, that was a dub session actually.
last
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a good show.
Yeah. So that was my last concert. I did see David Rodigan after last year, but obviously he's not a artist per se.
Technically, I guess. All right.
Yeah.
Now, what is next with Bushbungalow? So I know that you've been here in Antigua for a few years with your plant-based, minimal waste, locally sourced concept kitchen.
Yes.
And it's been fantastic to see the growth and the interest pick up during that time. What is next for you?
Well, next for Bushbungalow is that we're going to be expanding the space and turning the space into what you would consider a hub. So you're going to have parking where you can come and sit. There's going to be a juice bar, a smoothie bar, a zero waste shop, all encompassing on the space. You're going to be able to come and do al fresco dining outside, etc., etc. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds like there's a lot in the works. I'm very excited to see, how it all unfolds. If you could have your dream event around food specifically, what would that event look like?
My dream event, I think
Sky's the limit. No.
I would love to see some type of like plant-based festival, vegan fest in Antigua, and it would actually have a collaboration with music. I just think like the music and the food goes
Hand
so
in
well
hand.
together. Yeah,
For sure.
for sure.
Awesome.
And some type of yoga, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I noticed in the kitchen today you have a young assistant.
Yes.
Very nice to see.
Yes.
Tell me more about how you're trying to pass on the knowledge and the training that you have, because I know you're a professionally trained chef, but then also you have this wealth of experience specifically in plant-based cuisine. What are some of the ways that you are facilitating the upcoming generation of chefs?
So I think that it's very important for the chefs here to have representation. It's very important for me, for the future generations of chefs, because the end goal for me is for us to be able to elevate Antiguan and Barbudan cuisine, specifically plant-based cuisine, to international stage.
Okay.
And I think it's very important. Representation really matters, so that the younger generation can know, hey, if this guy can do it, then we can do it as well too.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I'm not really seeking any type of accolades or awards. What I want to happen is that we are, as I said, just being able to elevate our cuisine, and for the young chefs to also just take pride in our own, because we have some of the best product here, produce on the island, in the world, I should say. And yeah, I just think that if we're able to just be hyper-focused on promoting our own cuisine, Caribbean cuisine, then one day we're going to be able to be recognized. Antigua is already recognized as an upcoming culinary destination in the world, but we want to be on the same level like countries like Peru, who have recently seen their cuisine being recognized as international cuisine.
Yeah, that's great. I know you've done work in the past with the Hotel Training Institute, and of course you've been featured quite heavily with Restaurant Week, which is a really great promotion that has happened over the last few years, trying to boost the culinary scene in Antigua. What are some of the other ways that you're looking forward to contributing in that way? Or are there any other programs that you are participating in soon?
Yeah, I think actually we're doing a wellness weekend in September, correct?
Yes, World Wellness Weekend.
Wellness weekend, and I also have a few events that are coming up that I can't talk about as yet, just because I have not nailed down all the details as yet. And also, I think what we're discussing for Wellness Weekend is some type of demo or class or something like that, which of course.
We still have to iron out our details, but yes.
Yeah.
That is
course.
in the works.
Yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit about the herbs that you're picking here?
Yeah, so this is
smells really good.
This is lemon basil. Really, really good.
Yeah, smells really nice.
Can you smell it? See? Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
it's
so
really
good.
good.
Yeah, and all of these herbs, what I'm going to do, I have an arugula salad on the menu today. So all of these herbs are actually, I'm going to be adding into the salad as well.
Yeah. And I mean, these are herbs that we see in our gardens all the time.
Yes.
Usually, I would just see something like that being used for some tea in the morning.
Yeah. So this one is tarragon. Really nice herb as well too. Sometimes I make drinks out of this, but I'm putting all of this in the salad today.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then what else is going to be in that salad? So you mentioned arugula, the
There's
pumpkin seeds.
Pumpkin seeds, and we have a dragon fruit citrus dressing.
Okay.
Originally there were supposed to be some avocados in the salad as well, but unfortunately my avocados are not cooperating. And that is also one of the things that I love people to realize about sourcing local and regional, especially at this time of the year. It's really hard to source ingredients right now. And also the cost of the local and regional ingredients are really more expensive at this time of the year just because of the weather. It's hot, you're not getting any, you're not getting too much rain, so the farmers are not planting too much, and the little bit that they are planting, obviously the demand is higher, so the cost is going to be more.
Right. So then as a restaurateur, as a chef, how do you balance out that increase in cost with still making healthful, delicious, well-balanced meals?
Well, that's where the thought process comes into trying to see what's the ingredients that you can get most of. Like for example, today I have scallop Japanese yams on my menu because that is an item that is very abundant right now. So I'm leaning into that right now in terms of what's going to go on the menu. Here's some meringue.
I was just about to ask if that's moringa.
Moringa as well. It's all going into the salad today.
So that's definitely a superfood salad.
A superfood salad, of course. And then we're gonna take the dragon fruit and make a nice dragon fruit dressing, as well as having some dragon fruit inside the salad as well to give it some color. Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about the health benefits of moringa? Because it's a tree that's so common here in Antigua.
I actually did not learn about moringa until...
Actually, can you pass me one of these while you're...
Yeah, until I went to India as well. Moringa has tons of vitamin C, vitamin A. It's a superfood. It has a bit of protein in there as well too. It's good for your immune system. It's good for your respiratory system. It really does live up to its name, like the tree of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have moringa in such abundance here, but then you see powdered moringa moringa capsules being sold for a premium.
Yeah, it's one of the most expensive things that you can buy in the US. It's moringa.
And I'm just eating it for free in Bushbungalow's kitchen.
Whoa.
What are some other local superfoods that you are trying to promote more in your cooking or to help raise awareness on the island?
We definitely have the moringa. There's something that I really, really like that grows wild here, and that's the blue pea flower.
Okay, yes.
That's a great superfood that grows in abundance here, that we do not use it enough.
I actually didn't even know that was edible until I saw you posting it. I didn't make the connection that it was the same pea flower that you get in the powdered form.
Yes, it is very edible.
Like Whole Foods and Erewhon.
Yeah, and it grows wild here in Antigua. And it's also very, very, very easy to grow. It's the pods. You just take those pods that grow it and stick it in the ground, and it will shoot up.
Okay, what are some other quick, easy to grow, low maintenance herbs that people can have in their gardens for cooking?
I would definitely say you can try your hand with thyme, rosemary, any herb like that will grow really well. They're really hearty. They don't take a lot of water. They'll grow really well there.
On your off days when you're not in the kitchen, what do you get up to?
On my off days when I'm not in the kitchen, I'm usually doing yard work. Whether it be moving stones, planting trees, anything that needs to be done at the bungalow, I'm your man. And I spend a lot of time, also spend a lot of my time sourcing ingredients.
Okay.
So sometimes I'm at the market maybe like 5 times a week, or I will go to different farms, anything that I'm able to source like truly unique ingredients. Yeah, so a lot of visits to small mom and pop farms, and then interacting with the vendors and farmers at the public market as well.
Okay. So for those of us who are more familiar with shopping in supermarkets, but we want to get more into meeting the actual farmers, going to the public market, what's some tips, some advice? Because we've gotten very disconnected from that lifestyle. How do we get back into it? How do we not make it overwhelming? You know, you go into the public market and there's 20 vendors. They're not necessarily the most patient
Yes.
at times.
So usually when I go to the market on a Saturday, I'll get there at 4:30 in the morning. And the reason being is because that's the time that the farmers are there. So you can actually negotiate with the farmers for better pricing instead of the vendors. But for people who actually cannot make it out so early in the morning, I do suggest going to some vendors. There's some vendors that I've known since I was a young boy that I still see today, and they they have excellent produce. I know, like for example, Mrs. Grant, who is at the east end of the market. As soon as you come into the market, she's a great lady. She's been there for years. And then at the west end of the market, close to the West Bus Station, there's this lady Jackie, who always has incredible produce. Sometimes I go to her if I need something, and she'll be able to get it for me, like right the day after or anything. Especially like I went to her the other day and I needed dragon fruit. I went back yesterday, I got my dragon fruit. So a lot of the vendors, I've been able to forge like personal relationships with them.
Yeah. So then what you're saying is taking the time to get to know who your
Yes.
vendors are.
Correct.
And building those relationships.
Correct.
And then can you walk us through what you're doing now?
Yeah, so I just rinsed the arugula and I'm just kind of drying it out. Nothing special. Just
So I noticed you layered the paper towels on the bottom, and then you sprinkled some, and then you layered another.
Yeah, just so the paper towel will just dry up some of the excess moisture.
You know, sometimes you see people like they put the salad in the paper towel and then crush it for dear life.
Yeah.
Trying to get all the water off. So
Yeah.
being very gentle here.
Very gentle, yeah, and just, don't serve a wet salad. Yeah, that's not cool. So we have our lentil and oatmeal meatloaf, not meatloaf, but meatloaf.
Meatloaf, okay, yes.
And we have our scallop Japanese potatoes with a cashew ricotta. And we have our mixed garden salad with some arugula, tomatoes, dragon fruit. It has a little bit of pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and some of that pickled radish that we had earlier.
Okay, great. And everything is made from scratch, so even the cashew ricotta.
Everything is made from scratch. We
Love
also
it.
have a little bit of moringa, a bit of lemon basil in there as well.
Okay, well, it smells delicious. It looks amazing. I can't wait to dig in. Jermaine, thank you so much for having us today. It's always a pleasure catching up with you.
Thank you so much.
If you are interested in learning more about Jermaine or trying his food yourself, please follow at Bushbungalow Creations on Instagram.
Oh, identity, feel the vibe. Stretch your soul, let your spirit thrive. Wellness calling, step inside.